in the trenches like a war. If they want to give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried because it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just want to see me shine. For the hell of it, it's a
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Right to the air is Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing, Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Sly able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Here we go. 12. 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for Cincinnati. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
11 Thomas. 11 MT Paint. 11 MT Paint.
Back to Mixon on first down. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
On one, ready?
Play action. It's Burrow. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath.
Here we go.
If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. Third and 5.
11 MT Paint. 11 MT Paint.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, a run with Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Jones. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front in a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Burrow will throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
to Mixon on second down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go, here we go.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 6-3, that's our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
11. 11 Thomas. Twelve.
Here's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right? Old school. Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes, that's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come free.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Get set. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11 Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Here we go, here we go.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw. Jones. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Bengals have recovered it. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
And we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down.
Here we go.
But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Jones throw complete to Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Jones now on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one left side caught by Gibson. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Throwing Jones. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 86 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
11.
Now Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option.
And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's gets inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
An option handoff here to Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. It's Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and goal from the 6. Here's Mixon, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your seat.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. After the pick 6, here's Burrow again. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. On the move past the 40. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bengals are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter.
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I can go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Benjamin St. Juice there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Once again, they run with Mixon. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And they take a knee.
take that away, can they? Nope. That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys cheering, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
Consistent, made up my mind that no matter what I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot.
Lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am unbothered. I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot